It's probably going to change eventually because Spider-Man's just not it. And then we're here with the legend, the man, the myth, the freaking legend, dude. Putty Man. That's at Putty Man on YouTube. There he is. You can't find him. You can't find the man, the myth, legend. What's up, Rex? What's up, Maker? How you guys doing, buddy? Or Makar? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Depends. But I'll say this, guys. We're gonna today. Listen, today we're going to get into spoilers like immediately. If you haven't watched it, just leave. I don't care. I'm not one of these guys who be like, spoilers at the end. No, we're getting into spoilers. We waited way too long to sit here and talk about plots and shit, dude. We're getting into spoilers. Leave right now. If you haven't watched it, leave. Get out. Leave the stream. I'm telling you, we're going to spoil everything that happened in these 4 episodes, so leave. That was your warning. 3, 2, 1. So before I even get into spoilers, actually, I do want to mention... Okay, this is I don't give a shit. That's their fault. That's literally their fault. I don't really care. Honestly. If I didn't watch Stranger Things, I'm not gonna click on our Stranger Things review live. Like, I'm not gonna do that, you know what I mean? Like, that's your fault, honestly. What's up, Savage Nick? Boys, this is what I want to say. Complaints first, okay? Complaints first. Let me get my complaints out. Actually, I'll make a complaint, and if you guys have a rebuttal or jump in at any point, okay? My first complaint that I want to say is I did not like the fact that that Max was inside of this like dream town and then Holly went there. Yeah, that was I just don't like how it didn't. I don't know how to explain I don't like how they did it in like not a dream sequence, a memory thing. Like they were in his memories. I really felt like, I know there's no other way to do it. Like, where would Max be? Where would Holly go to? But it would have been cool if they were just in the Upside Down and they ran into each other in the Upside Down. But that's a minor complaint, honestly. I still think that was really well done. Like, the way that, like, that part of where Max was staying and hiding out was a part of Vecna's memory that scares him. So he's not going to go there. Like, that was a cool... When she said that, when she was like, he won't come here because this is a bad memory for him. He's scared of this memory, you know? That was done good. Like, good on them for that, but... also, guys, I just realized that I had you guys muted, so good thing. Thank God you guys didn't say anything because I had you guys muted.
I was
You're
trying
free.
to say something actually. Thank you. For, luckily, we didn't say nothing at all before that. But
What's up,
I was
Kush?
trying to jump in here and anything. Okay, so back to what you were saying before. Here's the thing. I think everything is about foreshadowing. The reason why they're doing the whole plot with Max locked in there is they're trying to show the power that Vecna has. Because think about this. If you look in the past, a lot of the times that Eleven was traveling with her mind is also where she was using the idea of memory and dreams.
For
So
sure.
you see,
Yeah,
yeah, and
that
that's just showing
showcased the
how strong
power of
Vecna is.
Vecna. That showcased the power
Yeah.
of Vecna. He has them trapped in his memories. Like, they're trapped, you know? But another thing I had was Will was also had, like, I don't know what to call it, dude. The hose thing on his mouth in season 1. Where's Will's, like,
Mhm.
stories about where he was in his memories? You know what I mean? Like, there's no
Yeah,
stories of
yeah.
that. We didn't get stories of, like, well, you know, like, Max is gonna come back with it, Holly's gonna come back with, like, so.
Well,
But again, those are my minor complaints. You know that, and then that's pretty much it. That was I would say my biggest complaint. Well, actually, no, my actual biggest complaint was the fact that at the very end of the last episode, okay, they go to the army base to save the group of kids because the Vecna's sending Demogorgons to capture the kids and bring them back to his you know, hose place, whatever you call that thing, so they could put them in his memories, right? But why would they think that they were going to save the kids? The kids were safer in their hands rather than being in a military base with, like, guns and everything. And, like Max said when I originally brought this up, Max like, yeah, but look what happened. The military base didn't protect them. And I was like, yeah, but either would they. You think that freaking Joyce and you know, Will and Mike are going to protect these kids? No, they weren't going to. It was a stupid plot point, but they had to put the main group in the military base, and that was the way they did it. And I wish they would have just chose a different idea, you know, rather than like, they got to save the kids. That's why we're going to the military base, to save the kids. It's like, come on, man. There could have been another better idea, but that's it. Go on, Mac.
Huh?
Do you have any We're going through our issues with the season 6
Oh, okay,
first. Let's go with that first, and then we'll talk about
okay.
things we liked.
Okay, things I didn't like. One thing that actually rubbed me the wrong way is like how Erica was like really good with the group and like helped, and this season they're just like, oh, you're not invited to help us. Like, you just have to go to school.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of like, okay. And then let me just check. Oh, the whole thing. I kind of get it, but it was like low key pointless
Mhm.
because it wasn't brought up like at all afterwards.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be brought up later, but like when Dustin literally just rage baits the jocks and then just gets rocked,
Yeah,
and
I
it was
think
just like,
listen.
why?
I like the snake in the locker idea, but why
Yeah.
leave the what's it called, the hellfire like spray paint or like thing that he did in the locker? Like,
Yeah, let's
if
do that on purpose.
I would have loved it if he just left the snake in there, because let's be honest, him getting beat up at Billy's thing added nothing at all to the story. Like, I thought for sure what was going to happen was they all go look for him, and they think, oh, he's probably at Thing's gravestone or whatever, and then they find him there, and he's beat up bad. But like, bro, he just shows up out of nowhere. And is like, hey guys, I fell off my bike. Like, okay, whatever.
And like they go with it, like he hit a light post and like he has like a broken nose and like
yeah.
two
So I
black
guess
eyes.
the point of that whole thing, right, was just to show how much Eddie's death affected Dustin. That's what they were trying to show us,
Yeah.
I guess. If I had to take anything away from it, they're just trying to show us that like Dustin's a new person now. You know what I mean? Like Dustin's not
Mhm.
that like that same kid. Like now he doesn't care anymore. Like he's he wants to whatever. Putty, what are your complaints? You got any?
Well, I mean, I guess the same thing would be with the Dustin thing, how it did appear. My thing is, I didn't really write down complaints. We already kind of went past this, but I'll go into it. I hate the way they flipped everything with, and I can't think of the name of the kid again, but we talked about it before.
Derek.
The one Derek.
Yeah.
I don't like
Derek
the way they did
Turnbow.
that. It just felt jolted, and I agree. I agree. With you what you said before, Nikki, when we talked earlier that yes, he did play the part better in there, but
Yeah.
there's also something else I didn't bring
Yeah,
up.
but listen, what you're
Well,
saying is so. Oh, sorry, I wanted to say this really quick, just to like help you. What you're saying, basically saying like Derek Turnbull wasn't supposed to be the bully. You know, if they would have just made him like the nerdy guy, they would have fit in just as good. Like, why is
Yeah.
he a bully for it? Added nothing at all. You know what I mean? He
But
could have
even
just been a nerd.
but even at that same situation, they really the way they pushed him to stand out just seems a little absurd. For example, when they're in that scene in the military base
Yeah,
and he's doing the whole slapping of the head, even with his clothes, the way he looks, it seems to like if this kid's slapping kids in the head, aren't they gonna be a little suspicious? Like some military guy or her when she's walking by,
maybe,
like it is a
yeah,
little bit weird.
maybe,
I mean, the kid stands out a lot, and it just seems like it felt out of place for me, to be
yeah.
important. But that whole thing
The
felt
thing
out
is,
of place.
Putty, we
All those
knew
kids
this.
there being out of place.
We knew this from the trailer, because the trailer came out and showed him as a bully, and everyone kind of was like, "What? Like this kid's not really like you know what I mean? He doesn't seem like a
Yeah,
bully. Like he doesn't
he
fit
looks
the
like the kid
bully."
that gets. He looks like the kid that gets bullied.
Yeah, that's what we were all saying today in the stream, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
anybody who's been paying
yeah.
attention will agree that, like, dude, but okay, but that's again, if that's we went through our complaints first, and if that's all of our complaints, that's all we have to complain about. That shows you
Another
this was
complaint. It's low key
okay.
like really nitpicky.
Last complaint, go.
If you guys didn't notice, the person who snitched on them getting into the bathroom
Yeah.
was actually the mayor's daughter from season 3, like the season 3
Oh
mayor.
wow, that's a good little Easter egg. I mean, that's a good little notice.
Um,
I didn't spot that.
But I think what I'm like kind of complaining about is like after all that, they're still in town, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
After
right.
everything
The
that
mayor and
happened.
them.
Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Don't you think the mayor was one of the first people? Well, that like wait, did the mayor stick around?
No, his
Well,
daughter's there.
apparently, yeah. Apparently, if his daughter's there, he's
His
somewhere too,
daughter's
right?
there.
But
Yeah.
all right. Putty, you got any more complaints?
No.
I do think if that's all we have to complain about, that's not that bad. You know what I mean? Guys, we'll go through some questions after we're done. Just let us get through our review fast, and then we'll go through questions in the chat. If you guys have any questions, just hold them till the end of this review part. I wanted to get through our complaints first, because I feel like for me, those are the things I was going to be the most heated about, so I just wanted to keep that energy and get it out of the way. So now let's talk about some things that we like. Now I want to say the structure of the episodes felt very good, perfectly done, like the Duffer Brothers always do. The way it flowed, like when it opened up with the whole Will as a kid thing, jumping, running away from the Demogorgon, and then it went to them at Mike's house, and it showed them all there, like living together, so chaotic and hectic. It was just so well done the way it started, and the pacing of it, the flowing of it. Again, of course, I think the whole Dustin getting bullied thing was a little weird. They probably could have done that a little differently, but the flowing of it was really well done. I like the way that the 4 episodes flowed right to the end. It felt like it was a movie. You know what I mean? Like the ending felt so good. Like that whole flow from the beginning of episode 1 to episode 4 felt like one movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really well done. Mac, you got anything to
Yeah,
say?
well, yeah,
Buddy, do you want to go first? I kind of have a lot,
that,
so.
well, it doesn't matter. We're going to keep jumping back and forth anyway. Um, my whole situation is, or not situation is bad. I like how they. Okay, so first off, I still feel confident in what I'm saying, in that there is so much connected between Will and Vecna,
Hmm.
Vector, um, that I think severing one tied to the other is going to weaken or destroy the other. And the reason I state that is based on what we see here, because you saw his connection to the hive, and Vecna has had the control of the hive the whole time. So for him to be able to come in there and go and then just start snapping bones, well,
Yeah.
look at the way they did everything. They started the episode with Will, and by the way, can I say this? If that first scene in the first episode, if that was shot back in the day, bravo for the planning. If that wasn't shot back in the day and that was CGI, bravo, that was good CGI
You know what
because that
though?
looked like a young
If I
fire.
could just jump in quickly about the CGI thing, just fast. The last episode in the army base, I was watching this on my 4K TV in 120 FPS. It was bad, Mac. It was bad, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Oh
Some of
wow.
those,
I was gonna say
Oh, the
the
Demogorgons.
yeah,
Some of them did
I
look
wouldn't
bad.
say the
Very bad.
Demogorgon. I
yeah.
was gonna say how people died. It was kind of like it was
Really?
trying
For
to
me, it
be
was the
gory.
Demogorgons, dude, with the flashing lights. The Demogorgons at
Yeah,
Really?
moments
yeah.
looks because I'm watching it at 120 frame rate, right? So everything
Oh,
is so smooth and buttery, and then the Demogorgons are like in 60 frames because I guess they couldn't render them at 120 like they did
Well,
every. I don't know. It was honestly pretty bad, and it kind of took me out of it for a second until the whole Will thing happened. That was when I like locked back in. There was I swear to God, there was a moment there when I was like, oh, this is bad. Like this is really really bad. And I didn't like the way it was ending. I was like, oh, everyone's just gonna die here. Like Joyce is gonna kick. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. But
mhm.
bro, what a good ending. Like that was so good, dude. Will getting powers and taking control of the Demogorgons was literally like perfect, perfectly done. Again, I think we all knew. Anybody who's been following Stranger Things closely and been watching all the trailers and plus all the previous seasons and all the Easter eggs and reviews, everyone that's been watching that, you knew this was going to happen. We knew that Will was going to have like a huge redemption arc in a way of being like a character that everyone's annoyed with and like, okay, dude, we get it, you're gay. And like, you know, that's his whole story to being like, dude, now Will's the man. Like, it's going to be 11, Will, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're going to see a lot of Eleven's sister. I don't know what they did to her in the thing. If I had to guess, they took her powers away. That's what I'm going to guess. We're going to find out in the next coming episodes is that
Well,
they took what's her name again?
Callie,
Shoot, sorry,
so
Callie.
Callie. I think they might have took Callie's powers away. I think that might be a thing that happened there in that lab that
okay.
they were doing. But
Well, I'm gonna jump in here for that too. I was actually talking to Mac earlier, and I forgot this would actually be one of my negatives.
mhm.
I actually was not comfortable with that and seeing her, and here's why. We all talked about it, and I even looked back on it. I can remember was when we watched the last season, I think it was. I went back and wanted to watch, so there would be nights that from work I'd watch it,
Yeah,
and I watched that episode again, and it feels so conjointed. The one where he visited his sister, it
hmm
feels conjointed from all the other episodes that it just feels out of place, like they were trying to make a branch off or like another series based off these characters.
yes. I see
So
what you're. I
okay,
see
okay,
exactly where
okay.
you're going.
So here's what the problem is. Seeing her now, she hasn't been here the whole time.
Yeah,
This feels awkward. I don't like seeing her. She feels like they're throwing in because they still like, oh, we want to make a franchise. Like, stop throwing her in there because she
yeah.
feels so
But
out of place.
you know what, buddy? I actually want to
Oh,
ask you that right now. I'm curious what you would say about this, and Mac, you too. Mac, I know you probably got a lot to say. But I was just gonna say, maybe we could put a pin in this and we'll just answer it after. But who do we think the spinoff is gonna be after? Because I think for sure they're trying to do a Holly spinoff. Like guaranteed, we are gonna get a Holly spinoff eventually down the lines. You know what I mean? They're trying to do it. They're making Holly like the one of the the main points of the show. I think we're gonna get a Holly spinoff, like a Stranger Things show that comes out in 3 years about Holly and where she is after this. And I don't think it's going to be about Callie, but I do like that they bring back
Hey,
Callie
hey,
because
hey, no, no, no.
she was just a throwaway character in season 2. So I'm happy
I
they
got
bring
you.
her back.
I got you. I got you. And if this happens, this is gonna be hilarious. I predicted this. Callie and Holly, they come together with maybe some other side characters, and they make their own version of a superhero team for Stranger Things. There you go.
That's a good one. I like that. I like that.
I
Little
mean,
Avengers.
But I'm just making a joke about, but it's kind of, you look at it, the way they're putting her like the superhero, like you're strong, and they use the D&D because they've been doing that when it comes to the D&D. This all has been a game of D&D basically in Hawkins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a huge game of D&D, and they're getting some good rolls. Sometimes the rolls go bad, but they've been
Yeah.
getting some good rolls, getting some hits, and they're getting to the point now where it's like
The
they're going to have to hit
filler 5.
12 hits, 20 points of damage or something because we're about to lose our worlds.
Okay, Mac, I know you got a lot to say. Let Mac cook right now, guys. Let Mac cook. Go ahead.
Since we're on the
Get in the
thing
kitchen.
about Callie and like how you didn't like, I can see like why you don't want her back, but I'll tell you, this is what I think. This is how like they got her. In season 2, like her whole thing was like, oh, I'm gonna get payback on everyone who experimented on me, basically, right?
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where we all know the military was already looking for them, and if you don't expect the military to look after you after they notice a pattern
Mhm.
of people who were working at Hawkins Lab, I guarantee you they set up a trap, got her, probably kill all of the other people,
Mhm.
and I don't know how they suppress or whatever, but I guarantee you that's how they got her.
Okay.
What
I think
what was her by the way, just I don't mean to jump in, but what was her powers? I can't remember what her powers
Some
were.
sort of telekinesis thing or something.
I think it's the same as 11, but she can just make people see things.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay, thank you. All right,
So-
go ahead.
So think
Mac,
about
go
like
on.
if Vecna was like Vecna's powers were like the top of the tree, it splits into like illusion and then
Yeah, I see what you're
telekinesis.
saying. Yeah, because he's 0, right?
Yeah, or 1.
1.
But
oh, yeah.
I think they kept her there. It's
She has
low-key a
illusion.
reach.
Someone said
I
in the
don't-
chat her special ability or
Yeah.
whatever you would call it is illusions.
It's low-key a reach. Probably not going to happen, but if I am the first person to shoot this shot and make it, then it's like not even a full court. It's probably like 2 courts.
Yeah.
She's probably the reason why there's a wall there. Don't know. Just gonna throw that out there. I don't know.
Wait, who
I don't
again?
know if I agree with it,
He's talking
but
about
she's
Callie.
making
Oh,
she's
okay,
making
okay.
people think there's a wall there when there's not.
Oh, that's a good theory. Oh,
And
I
that's
like
why
that.
no one can break it.
Yeah,
And that's
I
why
like
they don't
that.
use like fire or anything. And that's why the dude was peeing on it, because like it's not really there.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that idea. I do want to jump in while we're still on Callie because I think you're about to leave Callie, right? You're about to stop talking about
Yes.
her? So I want to just say this
Yes.
quickly when we're talking about Callie, that I just realized that we don't know what happened to Callie from so I was gonna say 2002, from season 2, right, till now. How long of a time gap is season 2 to now? Does anybody know?
I don't know, but that's the reason why this doesn't work.
Max counting.
4 or 5 years.
Okay, so we don't know what she's been up to for the last 4 or 5 years. That has like spin-off written all over it, dude. We'll
Exactly what I'm saying.
yeah. And they could shoot footage right now or something of like where like I'm telling you, the spin-off is gonna happen and it's gonna be what happened to Callie after 11 left till now, and I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna skip out on that whole show. Just being honest.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think I even said this. I think one of the videos we said back when we first did a review of that season.
Yeah.
I think I even mentioned that. I even think I said they're trying to make a franchise because again, the way it fits in there, it fits like it looks like one of those times where you're watching an episode of a show like, oh, we want to introduce this other show that's like a sitcom, so we're gonna bring in these characters like Beavis and Butthead into this cartoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because we want to promote this over here, and that's what that episode feels like, and it still feels like it with that scene at the end. It feels like they're just doing the same thing. So, whatever. We'll see what happens.
I agree. We're gonna see what happens. Pretty soon, obviously. Like we only have to wait less than a month, I think, for the next episodes, right?
Yeah.
less
Christmas.
than a month. So that being said, we're gonna really see where they take the rest of the season. I honestly, if they do show a Callie flashback, which they're probably gonna do, then my whole idea of a spinoff doesn't make any sense. So we'll see if we get the Callie flashback on Christmas or New Year's. But so on Christmas, I think that there's 3 more episodes dropping, if I'm not mistaken. Is it 3 episodes on Christmas? So that
it's been 3 years.
3 years.
3 years from
since season 2.
Stranger Things season 2 and 5.
Okay, thank you for looking
No,
it up. So
okay.
since season 2 to now.
Yeah, 3.
Season 2 to
3 years.
now, because they said it's 1986 now, right?
1987.
Yeah. So right now it's 1987. That's right. Yeah. So anyway, that being said, if we get a Cali flashback, then my whole idea of a spinoff is literally stupid. It doesn't make sense, but I guess we'll see. And Rex pointed something out here that I agree. He said the 30 FPS is a director's choice to show how chaotic the scene is. That's true for sure, but buddy, watching it on just like I'm sure a lot of you guys did on a 4K TV, like dude, it just didn't look good, bro. The flashing lights on the Demogorgons, they look like they were moving in 30 frames per second, and everything else around them wasn't. I don't know what to tell you. It didn't look the greatest. Maybe if I watched it at on just a regular monitor, it would have looked a lot better. Really didn't look cool. Element. I agree. Like that's all I'm saying. Like I loved it. It was really well done, but it took me out of the show to the point where I was like, what am I watching, dude? Like what? This is what they spent 6 years or whatever long it's been 3 years working on. Like come on, guys. They didn't have to show the Demogorgons that much. They could have, because some scenes look really good. But you'll see what I'm saying if you go back and watch episode 4 at the end when the Demogorgons are fighting in the army base and the lights are flashing. You'll see what I'm saying. Like it looks very choppy. So I just want to answer that. But okay. Mac, anything else? What do you want to say? You got any more notes?
Yeah. This is like nothing, but I just thought it was funny how like most of the scenes ended like kind of in a dark way. And the ending song was like Mr. Sandman and I think we're like just happy songs almost. It's just like
I agree. But I like that.
Well,
I like that. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. Yeah.
Well, again, I think
also
what they're.
oh no, go on.
I was gonna say, I just in that situation to jump in. I think what they're pushing on that, especially when you use the gift of music, is they're trying to show that hey, there are happier things about to come because of Will's power, and we're about to see like it's kind of like this. I'm gonna say this, and I'll let you go. This right here was Infinity War, ladies and gentlemen. Christmas and New Year's, we're going into Endgame. Go ahead, Mac.
What was I gonna say? Oh, the Will and Robin relationship. I actually really like that.
Didn't you predict it? If you didn't predict it, someone in my chat did today. Someone in my chat said that Will's gonna catch Robin like doing something with her girlfriend.
That was me.
That was you. You literally predicted that spot on. When I seen it, I was like, wait, did Mac say this? Buddy, he literally said today. Mac literally said this, like word for word. He's like, Will's gonna catch Robin doing something with the girlfriend, and then Robin's gonna have a talk with Will after about being gay. And like, dude, it's exactly what happened. Like, you called it to the T, dude.
So that's what I was going to ask you, Max. So is that what you thought about? Because I thought about the same thing a little bit in a way when they were showing the older seasons and Robin was like openly showing that she was, gay. And then we were all thinking the same thing with Will, but there was no relationship with him. So when he caught her, I was like, they're going to make a relationship. But so is that what you were saying? You predicted that all because based on those facts? Because I thought about that too, but I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't have no prediction like you had. But when I caught, I was like, oh, that makes sense now because he's going to learn from her. You know what I mean? He's going to openly accept who he is as a person because
and that's what happens at the end of the volume. He's just like. Just accepting, like, oh, this is me. This is good.
Oh yeah, and she did it both ways with him as one way and the other with his powers.
I do want to mention this quickly that I'm a chronic fast forwarder. I'm not gonna lie, I fast forward a lot when I'm watching things. Yo, Antify, thank you for the membership, buddy. I appreciate it, guys. After we're done doing the review, we're gonna answer questions in the chat or just any like things you guys want us to read. So just hold your comments if you guys want till we're done, and then we'll read comments. We'll interact with you guys. And do a little like whatever, like we could, you guys can tell us things we missed, Easter eggs, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Even more than a Q&A though, But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm a chronic fast forwarder, dude. I fast forward a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to fast forward through Max and Holly talking. Every time they were talking together in that thing, I swear I just fast forwarded the whole thing, bro. Because it's not. I knew it's not gonna be that important. Like, so did I miss anything? Did I miss anything that important?
What did There's a lot of plot details.
The only thing I caught, and I'm happy I caught, was the thing I talked about where she mentioned that the reason why Vecna doesn't go into there is because of he's scared. It's a bad memory of his, that cave. So what did I miss? If I missed anything important, tell me now.
But you have to understand what her power is too. She can basically learn how to memory jump. Like what it is because she's not connected to him.
Max
has a
power where she can learn how to memory jump?
Yes, and when you're
She
seeing it,
doesn't
because
know
you
how to
skip through it.
control it.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Oh, and she
You
was gonna come alive, but the tape stopped.
Yes. Oh,
So
and
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
great
seen
part.
that
That part.
part. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I love me and Mac are like, oh yeah, there was a lot of
I really, you guys
exposition
didn't
and
give me
plot and
anything
that
that I
stuff.
missed right there. It doesn't sound like I missed anything, if I'm being honest.
Well,
But
no,
okay.
but there's a lot,
we're
but
gonna get
there's
more
also
of
stuff back here. Go ahead,
going.
Mac. Okay, well, I was
Let
gonna
you go.
say with that situation, um, I can't remember everything, but I know the reason that kept my pace because again, it looked too vividly like pretty and everything, but that moment did give me details on how Vecna. That's the reason why I was saying to you, Nikki, why I feel like they're showing this part because of Vecna's strength and everything, but it's
Yeah.
also showing that he has weaknesses because if you watch the scene, she talks about how she saw some of the other stuff that made him weak and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like Mac, do you agree with me like that? I mean, it seems like like she has a power that they're bringing in. Like Max, I think she could be the third person. She could
Yeah.
be the third person with the power. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I
See
think
me?
if you have nothing to jump on, Mac, we should definitely talk about Hopper and Eleven's journey they went on. I think it was really well done. Again, Duffer Brothers nailed that. Whoever was involved with that, good job. That was
I do have a
so
complaint
well done.
I came up with.
Me too. I do have one. Okay, go on. What is yours?
Mine was I loved the finale.
Mhm.
It closed.
Oh, I think we lost him.
Oh,
Mac,
I think we no. All right.
Except,
Mac, we
huh?
lost you there. You said I love the finale, and then you cut out. Start from there. I love the finale,
okay. I
but
love the finale, but I mean, it ended each storyline where it needed to be, except for Dustin, Steve, Jonathan, and Nancy.
explain. What do
Like,
you mean? I don't get what you mean.
so
What was there? What did we miss? What did we not? What did we not get closure on? That they're in
I
the
don't.
upside down?
Yeah, like where are they?
Well, yeah, I guess. Well, the way I looked at it was they're just waiting there for them to come pick them up, right?
Oh no.
Where? No,
I thought- no. They said they were going to move, and that's it. It just stopped to them talking to moving, and that's it.
Are you sure? The
But
last
you'd
I
expect,
remember,
like,
the last
No,
I
no,
remember
no,
was
that's it.
Hopper said, "I'm gonna come get you guys," and that was it.
Right?
but
No.
you'd
They
expect
talked.
like
What
Go ahead,
back?
you'd expect like okay, they tell you there's a circle around Hawkins, and Hawkins we know is not that big, right?
Okay. Okay.
And there was a huge fight right in the middle of Hawkins with gunfire in the upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't even like. It seems like they didn't even hear anything. Like they just went about their business.
I mean,
Wait, you're
yeah.
talking about
That I guess it was poorly done. You're saying they would have been good if they like tried to help or something.
Or at least like acknowledge like something's going down.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess, but remember they did make it clear at one point when they said where I think like Nancy says where did they say that they were, and he's like they said that they were at this location, and she's like, oh, that's the other side of town. She says that like they acknowledge the fact that they're
Yeah.
like they did it good. They did that good. I have no complaints about that. My one
Yeah.
complaint I have, and again, this is just me being a stupid like video game degen, is when they were inside of the thing and Eleven starts feeling whatever that the kryptonite, I guess we would just call it the kryptonite. Dude, and it shows a speaker that's in the room affecting her. Like, as a video game guy, the first thing I would do if I was Hopper was just shoot it, dude. Like, just shoot
Yeah.
the
Oh my
thing.
god!
Like,
Oh my god, dude! It's funny you say that because I didn't think about it until afterwards. As when remember when he was like saving her, and then they finally got it to stop.
yeah.
I was like, okay, at least now shoot them out or something like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? 'Cause I was thinking
that's
maybe they couldn't-
literally that was my first thing. It's like 'cause it shows it. The camera goes and shows the little like whatever you call it, the kryptonite shooter on the wall or on the ceiling above them. It's like, dude, just shoot it. Just shoot it. They're coming for
does
you. The
later.
alarm's going off. Just shoot the thing, buddy. What are we doing here?
Oh, I got something better for you. Listen to this. You didn't even think about it. He already knew how to do this. Because remember, early on when they first got that big one in there, he shot that one down. So why didn't he think to shoot the little ones down?
Yeah. He shot it in the car at the car. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So I think maybe
Oh.
that was a little sloppy done, and he would have been better if he lost his gun. You know what I'm saying, or something like he didn't have a gun to shoot it down. He had to like fight those guys with a knife. I don't know. A little complaint again, not that big of a complaint to be honest. That just shows you how good I thought this shit was. Well, like how well done it was. Mac, your camera shut off. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I think you see
He
Hogan
did this.
back. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say that, but dude, the way that 11 and also so the way that 11 like came through with her, she's being affected by the kryptonite, and she was trying to use her
Mhm.
powers like this, and like then she stabbed the lady with the knife or whatever. Dude, how good would it have been if her powers actually worked? You know what I mean? Through that thing. I hope at some point throughout these last chunks of episodes, 11 can still use
Earplugs.
her powers through the kryptonite, because that would be awesome. You know what I mean? I thought that was going to happen. Like, when she did it the first time and it didn't work, I was like, okay, watch. She's going to do it again. It's going to work. She tried it again. It didn't work again. I was like, oh, well, I was wrong. But it would have been sick if she went the second time and just sent that lady flying through the whole building.
Right.
You want to know what I liked? But like,
Yeah.
it's low key kind of scary.
hmm
They built like from episode 1, they were building it up all the way to the last scene of episode 4. Like throughout that whole portion, 11's arc is like, oh, she got so OP, she's so awesome. And then the last 10 minutes, just
Oh.
like it's just like, oh, Vecna, no, like she still can't beat him. Like, like all that
No, that's
training is
why-
not going to do anything.
But see, that's also why I'm really excited, because I'm sorry, and I'll be honest with you, I really could not look at Will, but this is a bravo to the actor that plays Will. I could never ever think of Will being like that, like overpowered Super Saiyan character. But the way they pulled it off in that final scene, and he starts breaking the bones of the Demogorgon, I was like a little kid watching it over there. I was like, oh my god, he's going Super. Like, it just,
Yeah,
you
I
felt
think-
that vibe, and it was just like, it was right now. I can't wait till we get to that point, and that's why I said I want to see Levin and Will both sitting there just tearing apart Vector, and just like eviscerating, because after the stuff he did, like when he stuck his hand into that one guy's face. Because I'll be honest with you, the Vector we had before does not feel as menacing as this one. This one,
Yeah.
the way he looks with the tendril skin,
Mhm.
is so freaking cool, and it's
knew-
more menacing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I
say
knew
that. I got to bring that up just because, again, when we were on it, I should have jumped in right when he said it. But, dude, the way that they did the Wheeler parents wrong, they did the dad dirty, first of all, dude. Like, no one
Yes, they
even know.
did.
We don't know what happened to the dad. They were in there with the mom chatting it up, like the fake crying. That was really poorly done. I got to be honest with you.
Mhm.
It was, I think that when we'll see, like, I guess we'll hear, in a week or two when people, or not even a week or two, we'll hear by this weekend when we're hearing reviews, but that's got to get ripped up, dude, because that whole thing was so poorly done. They barely cared that their mom was, like, almost died. What, like, no, we don't
Yeah,
even know what
right.
happened to the dad, dude. The dad got thrown across
Yeah.
the room, and that was it. That's the last we
He
even
was
know
in a
anything
coma.
about
That's
it.
all we were told.
Did
is
we?
that
I don't
he
even
was
remember
in a
hearing
ninja's
that he's
coma.
in a coma. They said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But,
no,
bro, like,
he got thrown
I don't
across the
know.
room, and he got raked across the stomach. I think,
Yeah.
or stomach or chest.
Yeah, I
He got
see
raked
that. Yeah,
across
he
the
got like
yeah. But
backhand
that's-
smacked and scratched, thrown.
Oh yeah. But my
Yeah.
point's whole thing, I agree with you. Like, even with the mother, they basically utilized it, but I get it. The mother wants to save her daughter. I understand that. That's something that I actually agree with them on that. I understand why they do that, because they agree, because the mom wouldn't even want that. That's why she agreed to all that. But to do the dad dirty, are you not going to at least try to sneak over there and see
I
if their
think
dad's
they even did the mom dirty in a way too, bro. Because again, they walked in, they were like, "Hey, ma, we need information from you," with like barely even crying.
But
Like,
it's
bro,
your-
come
but
on,
it's
dude.
your
Like,
own
your
job, but
mom
it's-
just,
but it's your-
dude, Nancy was just covered in her mom's blood, crying at the sink, and then also too, like, I'm one of those guys that notices little things when I'm watching movies that kind of just like, why would you do that? But Nancy had blood on her legs, and then she went and put on like the nurse gown, and her leg had no blood on it. Like, I guess she could have cleaned it off, but it would have been a really nice touch if with the nurse gown on, because you could see her legs or whatever, that there was still blood on it. Like, that would have been one of those touches that were like just perfect, when she was covered in her mom's blood, even on her leg, you've seen it with her through her jeans, was soaked in blood. And then she goes and puts on the nurse gown, and there's no blood. Like, that it would have been a nice little touch if she walked out and she still had blood on her arm or something. You know what I mean? And maybe like they seen a nurse and she like covered it quickly, like hid it from the nurse, like. But yeah, that whole scene there was a little weird, bro. They walk in to see their mom, who just like literally she's like, got ruined, dude. She was
Again,
half dead on the floor, and
again,
they're like,
they just-
"Ma, we're so sorry what happened to you."
Well-
But also, do you have any information to save Holly?
right.
I don't know.
But again, I understand what you're saying. They still cried when they went in there, and I understand that so quickly they went to the mom. But also, they had to get that information. Because
No, but my point is they could have got that information as a writer of a show. They could have got it somewhere else. They didn't have to get it from Holly. They could have got it from somewhere
Right, but
else.
that's
They could have just let them be sad in the hospital and just somewhere else. Someone else got that information from somewhere else. It didn't have to come from the mom. As a writer, you have other options. There's other avenues you can explore to get the information. Doing it at the hospital was just a weird call, but it's not that big of a deal. Whatever, it is what it is. I don't know.
Well, but see, you got to also think of it in this some way. The mom then contributed to helping her because
Yeah.
they needed that information, and the
Yeah,
mom wants
for
to
sure.
save her own daughter. You got to think of that. This is her
I
daughter.
I do for sure. But I just feel like
Yeah.
they weren't really it seemed like I don't know. But it seemed like very Stranger Things thing to do. You know what I mean? A Stranger thing to do, to do that. Where the kids are just like, okay, we want to go back on and have fun again. You know, we'll see ya. You know, hopefully we survive. See ya, ma. Good luck. We're going to the upside
Okay,
down.
but I low-key have like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but okay, so in season 4, Vecna's whole thing is that there's 4 chimes because of a clock, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like when it hits 12 is 4 times. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when Will had like the entered the mine and like saw where all the kids were, he said there's 12 spots and there's 12 numbers on a clock. I don't know if there's any correlation to that, but I just thought that was a nice detail.
Oh, there's also 12 months in a year. Oh.
It's true.
You're talking about when Will had the vision of that thing.
Of all the kids and like
Yeah.
he
All the
wrote
kids,
it down
yeah.
in paint.
I
That
didn't
were in
catch
the
that.
that were that
Yeah,
Beckman
there's
had.
12 slots, just like a clock.
Can I just say this though? That that was torturous. I would want to die to be in that what they are in, like what the torture they're going through.
Yeah.
I was just like, just shoot me now. Just shoot me now. I could not go through that.
Go through.
I
What
don't
the
think they
kids are going
remember
through?
it. The thing with the down their mouths and everything.
Yeah, that hose thing.
Like the hosting thing. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, the hosting thing. Oh, that's like I couldn't go through that because that's when I saw that scene at the beginning with Will.
Yeah.
And they slowly did that. Usually on pretty good movies, that's probably the only time during all the Stranger Things I would say it made me feel uncomfortable, like uneasy, because it was just gross and it's a little kid too. Because again, as I said earlier, if they were doing CGI on that part or if it was old scenes, either way, I felt it because it was even CGI. They did a good job in that part because I felt it when it came to Will, you know. So,
Blixie, thank you for the 51 months, buddy. We're doing a subathon tomorrow, guys. Any OGs, keep your memberships for tomorrow. Subathon tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. for Thanksgiving. But thank you, Blixie. You're a legend. Appreciate you, buddy.
What was I gonna say? I literally had it. Favorite songs don't work anymore, I guess. I'm not.
I mean,
from Vecna.
So, yeah, Henry gave Holly her favorite song.
Yeah, I took that in too. I thought about that too.
But I think that's the reason why he's kind of like being nice. So he's like, "Oh, now I know your favorite song. Now you can't use it against me." Something like that, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out, right?
Yeah, but I just thought, I don't know, like with no context, you just give her her favorite song and like the whole point of.
So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen there now? What's happening? Holly's gonna go back to Vecna, to the Henry Creel house, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
Right. And she's gonna have to pretend that she doesn't know that he's like a lunatic or whatever, a bad guy.
Yep.
Right.
Interesting.
Kind of like a thing, but
John, get out of here. Spoilers. John, leave quickly. Get out. We're spoiling. Spoiler.
He's not in Henry form. I'm just going to call it Henry form. When he's in Vecna's form. Does that make sense?
No.
So he went away for the day. That's how Holly went to Max.
Thank you, Llama. Appreciate the membership.
And when he was away for the day, he turned to Vecna. But we know that it's only memories where Holly and Max are. But when Henry leaves his memories, he's Vecna.
Yeah, but it's his memories. I still don't get what you mean. I think in his memories, he could be either one. He could be Vecna or he could be Henry. Like, what are you saying? I don't get it. What's confusing?
Yeah, but when he's not in his... I don't know how to say it. Like is he sleeping while he's in the memories? I guess
No, dude,
What
No, no,
did
no,
he
Max.
say?
it's a special ability type thing. I don't know. That's the way I looked
Yeah,
at it, right?
no. You're
Mhm.
both right. Here's the thing. But the same situation as I was talking about is memories and going into people's minds has
Thanks
always
for the
been a big
$5,
part of
Sean.
this. Going back to 11. So the whole thing has always been how it's always been between a balance between 11 and Vecna when it comes to like what kind of powers, how they got their powers, how there's completely like a tilting like a level, you know what I mean? And so because of that, um, I think the reason why the Will is coming in is because just Vector needs all these kids and everything, and Will was like the one that got away kind of situation. That's why it's so passionate for him to get to Will, and in that situation, this is also making Vector weak because now he's making Will more powerful, and that in turn helps Eleven in the whole situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think what's happening is Vector is not realizing that he's screwing up, though he is the strongest. He's end up helping 11 in return. If he did not do the whole thing with Will, then Vector probably would win this battle because I hate to say it, he is stronger than 11. You know what I mean? But with Will on her side, they have a chance.
That's a good.
Reminds
That's a
me.
good theory.
The first 5 minutes, not first 5 minutes, but when they're all in the school right before like Dustin
Mhm.
starts fighting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it kind of shows the time skip and how much they've grown and how
Mhm.
like they just don't care. Like they're not nerds anymore. Like they will fight.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah. Because I remember back in the day there was no fighting. But again, it does work based on growth. With us macrosing, I guess it's my kind of debate. It is based on growth, and I like how they're showing the growth. I mean, at this point, they're a little too old for these parts. That's why it's good that they're ending here.
Hmm.
They're at that moment where like they're at that point of like they're at high school, the peak of where they'd be going into adulthood. So it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in that situation, it I don't know. It just seems like them growing up with this has been a perfect balance because sometimes it doesn't work,
It was
but you have
definitely
to have
done
the correct
well.
casting.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
done
Yeah.
well, man. Like the Duffer Brothers, this just shows you that like taking your time on a project, not rushing it out every year a new season, like some other
Hmm.
shows we've seen in the past pays off. That it was really well done. We're gonna wrap it up, guys, and we're gonna wrap up the review part, and we'll start answering some of your guys' questions or if we missed anything, because I'm sure all three of us missed anything. That's the one thing I found about shit like this is like you guys are gonna tell us 10 things we missed or got wrong. So, but before we get into that, I think it's good to just give a final so far, because like I said, that from episode 1 to the end of episode 4, it felt like a very well done movie. You know what I'm saying? So I think we should just give it a review. I know this is not our season 4 review; it's our season 4 volume 1 review. I would say. What would you guys do in terms of what would you rate it? And final thoughts. I'll go first. I would say it's easily a solid. It's a solid like 9.2. I got to be honest. Like I have complaints, but they're so important. Like they're not really gonna they're not important. They're not gonna change anything. You know what I mean? Like if they change everything that I have complaints on, then maybe it'd be perfect, I guess. But I would say I'm hovering around an 8.7 to a 9.2 range for how much I liked it. This volume 1. Mac?
Um, I would. You said 9.2.
I'm like stuck. But originally I was thinking 8.7, but then once we started talking about it, I was like at 9.2. So I'm gonna say I'm around that range. 8.7 to 9.2 is my range.
I'm
I don't
gonna
know. I need to
jump on
sleep
that
on it.
wagon.
I need to sleep on it. You know.
I think I think the pacing was good enough to where I actually am like amazed like how time went by so fast, and I think that's because it was so entertaining. But there's just those little things that I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
is it a 10 out of 10? No.
No.
Is it lower than a 9? No.
Yeah.
Could it be a lower end 9? Yeah.
Okay. So you're
For
hovering
now.
around a 9.
Like
Buddy?
like I'll put 9.23.
Okay. Buddy?
8.5 regular rating, 9 if you give me the Will bookends.
Okay. I'll say this for sure, 100%. If I was just like not watching this as like the fan who's fucking watched everything and been here for day one and binge watched every season, then I might have like a mid 8s, low 8s for sure. But as a fan, as someone who's been waiting for this, they did a good job, guys. They did a really good job, and I think we can all agree that it was done good. It was done good, and I hate watching shit, man. Like, I don't know, but it was done well, and I feel like that 3-year wait or whatever it was, 2.5 years, I don't even remember how long it was, but it was done well, you know. So there you guys go, boys. People of the chat, anything you guys want to ask? Any questions?
I look,
I'm
you have
gonna-
to bounce real fast though.
You're gonna go?
Yeah, I do have to bounce real fast.
Okay.
But Volume 2 will be back.
Yep.
Make sure you guys sub up.
Yep. Subscribe, Mac. Super Mac. Somebody put his link in the chat.
Super Mac.
Spider Mac. Sorry, bro. Spider Mac. Put your link in the chat, Mac. Just spam your link in the chat, dude. Guys, go sub
I'll
to
just
him.
post it once.
Hey, did
Spam.
you
it,
change
dude.
your name?
Yeah, he did. It's Spider Mac. I get confused every time. But guys,
Mac. Oh my
he
God,
drops-
Spider Mac.
he drops a lot of like Stranger Things content. That's all he does is Stranger Things content. So hold on, I'll show you guys right now.
Spider Mac and Putty Man going as superheroes. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Do we have a
Look, guys,
Spider-Mac
this is his
monster art?
content right here. As you guys can see, it's literally just Stranger Things content. Like
Does he-
shorts.
does-
They get a lot of views, 19K, 26K, 25K. So just go drop him a sub if you guys want to watch more Stranger Things content. I know for a fact he's going to be posting a lot. He's probably leaving right now. Like, guys, I got to go. Yeah, sure. He's going to go edit a short. He's going to go edit some content. Nice try, Bucko. I know what you're doing. So that's his link right there, guys. Go show him some love. If you guys love Stranger Things, that's all he posts is Stranger Things content. Like, just trust me, his channel is a mandatory sub if you're a fan.
Oh, and he put it with an A. Why, Mac? Why is it Spider Mac?
Yeah.
All right, Mac, we'll talk to you after, Bucko. See ya. Look, he lagged out perfect time. His face cam crashed again. Oh, you're back,
my
Mac.
God.
Oh, let's go. I was like, what happened?
All right, buddy.
All right, I'll see y'all.
See you, buddy.
Peace.
All right. And the other person I'm with, guys, is Putty. He doesn't post Stranger
Yeah.
Things content. He posts a bit of everything, but definitely go check his channel out as well. Show him some love for being here and giving us some nice content here. Llama, I'm gonna make you mod.
Yeah.
Just do me a favor, grab Putty's link and just spam it in the chat. Llama, I'm gonna make you mod. Just go grab Putty's link and spam it in the chat for me, because I don't think any other mods are here. But anyway, okay, let's go through some comments here, Putty. I'll grab one. You grab one. I'll go first. What would be considered the anti-Vecna? That's a good question. The anti-Vecna would probably be those, like the kryptonite thing. Wouldn't that work on Vecna too? That's all I was thinking this whole time is, how long until Dustin and Steve go from a satellite or whatever they had on the roof to a freaking Vecna kryptonite gun? You know what I mean? That's all I was thinking. As soon as I see them, I'm like, dude, when's it going to happen? That Dustin and Steve steal one of those, kryptonite gun things and put it on the roof of one of the BMW. You know what I mean? Because, dude, that's it. That's all it's going to take. They do that. Then Vecna breaks out of it and throws the car, and Steve breaks his leg, and then someone gets it and points it at him again, and 11 and will kill him. It's going to be epic.
But do you think Vecna's actually weak against that?
Yeah, for sure. I think so. I mean, we'll find out. For sure, we will find out. For sure. We're going to find out if the kryptonite things work against Vecna. Thank you, by the way. Max saying no. You don't think they work against Vecna? Do we have proof of that? Flamethrower plus gun mashup? I don't think so. Because Vecna can just, like, stop you from flamethrowing him. You know what I mean? Like, immediately. Like, he could take a little flamethrower damage and just be like, stop. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Putty, you got a comment?
Well, I'm looking. I'm just trying to look through the things and everything.
Gotcha.
Hold on.
What if Vecna's trying to replace the kids that were murdered by 11?
That's the one right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good theory. That I read your theory earlier on TTV Gaming Dog. Thank you for the comment. I read it while we were doing the review, and you're right. That could be what he's trying to do. You know what I mean? So shout out to you if you get that right, bro, because that's honestly a really good theory. That's a really, really good theory for why he's trying to get the kids. Someone needs to do the math. Is it the same amount of kids that there was 12 spots that Will marked down on the when he had the vision. He marked down 12 spots, right? Was there 12 people that were in the room with 11? It is? Okay, then that's a really good theory. Then that theory goes crazy then. I gotta be honest, bro.
Well, you guys already heard my feelings about 8 in the review, guys. I mean, I'm seeing a bunch of you guys spamming it. But yes, you guys already know I agree with that one. I mean, no need to spam that. That's clearly, I mean, again, we'll see if it pays off. But if they don't do it a good job, I feel like it's going to have a big gaping hole in that when it comes to the final season. And I don't like that. I don't like the final season that's supposed to be the big super season to have something that's going to be so glaringly,
Yeah.
So let's hope that turns out good.
I agree. Because let's be honest, with the way things are going right now, it moved a little fast, like.
Mhm.
So hopefully it slows down a little bit, but still is entertaining. Because I don't know.
See, I'm starting. I said before, and I made a joke, but I said, this is Infinity War, and the last two I'm going to call are going to be Endgame, and I feel like they are. But the problem I'm also seeing is they're feeling a little bit like they're trying to do a lot more multiverse of madness. We're like, we got to get a bunch of characters in here because it's the final season. We got to, and it's like when you start doing that, that's going to hinder and hurt things because you want to give everyone a spotlight, and not one of them is going to be happy how everything turns out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Wait, but why would Vecna kill those 12 kids in the lab just to replace them? I don't think he did. Didn't 11 do it? I don't think Vecna did. It was 11 that did it.
But
remember in like season 4, I think, or 3, it does a flashback to how 11 gets out of that lab and she goes like AWire and just destroys everybody. Oh, Vecna did? I thought no.
Yeah,
dude,
no.
Didn't she?
No, remember No. They say later. You forgot. Remember, she did not do it. Vecna did it, but then she discovered it because she awoken. And her
Oh,
blood
that's
was on her
right.
head and her
Yes.
eyes were
He
burning.
was secretly
Yeah.
doing it. He was doing it on the down low, right?
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
11 took him out. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
11 sent it through the portal. That's right. Yeah. Boys, again, you can't blame me when the fact of the matter is we had to wait so long for this new season that all of it's out of my memory, man. I'm old. Like, I don't remember shit too good. Like,
But
it's
but
all
I'm
out of my
also
memory.
I'm also going to correct you guys in this, and if I'm wrong, you can also come back to correct me, but show me the proof. I'm pretty sure they said before Vecna did not get put into the portal. The way Vecna got destroyed, the way it became Vecna, was because he actually made the Upside Down. Because if you remember, when he got shot into the wall, she was basically like just burning him alive. You know what I mean? And then that's when the hole started coming up. And he
Wait,
went
I think I
through.
have it. I think I have the theory. I think I just figured it out. I cracked the code. Why does he want all of those people back? He has 12 vessels to put them in, right?
Mm.
What power does Max have? You guys are saying Max has some sort of power now, right?
Yeah, I think she dream walks. I think she can walk between dreams.
Okay, and doesn't Will's Mike's sister Holly now have a power?
I don't know what hers would be. The only thing I can say about that is maybe
We don't
they're
know it
using
yet,
the
but you agree that
cleric thing.
she's gonna end up having one.
I think she will because
So
of the
maybe
clerical
every
thing.
vessel, that 12 vessels are for 12 different kids
No,
with 12 different powers to be his like disciples or something.
no. I get this. I figured this out. She is not going to get powers. Oh my God! How have I not realized this? Disciples, you know how the situation you're talking about disciples, like where
Yeah.
you know how you
Yeah,
have
the
the
12
smaller ones that don't have
disciples.
powers.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. You not get the sub characters like Dustin
Yes,
and
of
Mike.
course.
No, they don't have powers, right?
Mhm.
But there's one thing they all have that the other ones don't have: a token from the D&D game. Think about it. 11 doesn't have her own token character. Then, of course, Vecna's not going to have one. So is the other one. All these ones that powers don't have it. Now, Will had one, but you've noticed they don't mention that.
But Holly
then
has
Mike,
one. Remember, he gave her one.
exactly. So I'm thinking she's not going to be actually something with powers. I think she's kind of like in the same way with Holly, or not Holly, but with Max, where if you look at 11 and the way Mike are, their relationship, that's what I feel like Holly and Max's relation might be in that situation, where Holly actually helps Max to use her powers.
Mm.
Does that make sense? That's what I feel. Could be wrong about that. I might be overshooting that.
Yeah.
But again, if they're trying to shoot them together, that's kind of what I'm seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mike said that Holly is the heroic, could cast protection spells and open interdimensional gates. I remember when he said that. Yeah, when he was talking, you were in the school. But I think that's a theory that makes sense to me. That he's taking these people to give them some sort of. They all have tokens, okay? So Max said they all have tokens, but
Okay, okay.
it was a
I wanna, I
good
wanna,
look. Well, you gotta always look like when it comes to theories about Stranger Things, like real shit. You have to always like think D&D brained, you know, like you have to because it's all about D&D. So it was a good look for sure.
so
But I
I'm gonna
think it
jump on
must have
another
something
kind
to do with powers, dude. Vecna trying to rep because we know that 11 and Callie had different powers, right? Obviously, 11 and 8 had different powers,
Okay,
right?
okay, Avril, and now I'm jumping with Llama because Llama agreed with Avril. You guys are wrong. I hate to say it, but you guys don't see what's going on here.
What did they
And you
say?
can look at the real. They're all saying that, oh my God, Will got a crush on Robin. I'm like, you guys are missing the whole point of what that
Yeah,
situation with their
I
relationship
don't
is.
even get into those theories, bro. Those are like theories for kids. I'm not even gonna get into them,
Yeah,
dude. I'm
like
sorry,
I'm
guys.
like
I
I'm
don't
like,
give a shit about any of the love triangles, bro. I wish they would just leave. Like, just don't do any of these love triangles,
but
bro. It's
it
a
doesn't
show
matter. It
about
doesn't matter.
kids, bro. Just stop it, dude. The person doesn't need to be dating that person, bro. Like,
No,
just
no, no,
stop,
make it,
bro.
make
Just
it.
get back to the
Like,
superhero shit, please, man. Like,
but I just,
it's
I've got,
too crazy,
I've
man.
just
They're
got,
doing too many
but you
love
get,
things. Like, I'm over it, dude. It's a show about kids,
okay, I
man. What are
get.
we doing here? Like,
All right, would you stop and just let me say one thing real quick? I was
yeah,
gonna say the only thing that makes me find this funny is not because they're talking about the romance. I don't care about that either, but
yeah.
they miss the whole point of the relationship of those characters and what he's going to get from her in return out of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
There's no
clear.
relationship.
He's
There's
there
no
for the advice. She's gonna give him advice. Like it's yeah, that's
exactly.
why I say it's not, you know, it's common sense, guys. Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of advice because he's gay, she's lesbian, so gonna she's gonna be a role model to him and teach him you know, how to do things the
The
right way
himself.
or whatever. But at the end of the day, guys, those are all just plot fillers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They're just there to fill up time because they want to make these shows long and entertaining. So but I'm happy some people are enjoying it. Obviously, as you guys know, since pretty much what, season 2, season 3, you know, the younger audience has always been talking about you know, Mike and 11 and Max and Lucas and all of that stuff. So well, it is what it is, but I'm sure anybody over the age of like 20 is like, all right, whatever, who cares? Let's talk about the good stuff, you know? So uh did Will pretty much get Vecna powers and not 11 powers specifically? No, I don't think
He
so.
went beyond.
We have to
I
think
think
about
he
this
got
again. We have to go. We have to go D&D brain, right? Dungeons and Dragons brain. What is Will's character? That like that's what I think he is gonna be. I don't know if that makes any sense. You get what I'm saying?
Well, what did he say? They said he was a wizard.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. A sorcerer. What is a sorcerer?
It's a wizard.
It's a wizard. So I guess I
Yeah.
don't know, guys. I don't know, but we're gonna find out, obviously. But you guys need to teach me this shit because I don't really know. But if I had to guess, the ability, the powers he's gonna have are the powers he would have, his character would have in D&D, right? If that makes sense. I think that's where I would go with that.
I don't know. Again, like I said, the powers he's got, I don't you see a wizard or sorcerer or sorceress doing, or sorcerer. Sorry.
Yeah, so then maybe my
Um,
theory's wrong, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like it's always gonna go back to D&D with them. I thought it would with his powers, but let's be honest, boys. That moment when he stopped the one Demogorgon, and then he stops the next one with the other hand, and he stops the next one with his neck, and then just goes boom, and they all just crack their bones, bro. That was so well
mhm.
done, dude. Like shit like that is why I was watching Stranger Things for all these years for like like epicness like that. It reminds me a lot of when 11 was in that lab in the desert, and she grabbed the helicopter and smashed it on the ground and threw the guy and flipped the car, bro. Like that was so epic. It was just like that's why I watch this shit, dude. Is for those moments. Like the Duffer Brothers are always gonna give you that rewarding scene where it's just like they go crazy and like music's playing and it's just you get goosebumps and you're just like holy shit, you know what I mean? And buddy, they did a good job. They did a great freaking job. That it was worth it. It was worth it waiting all these years for that, just for that one scene, dude. The nosebleed was the chair on top. I was thinking, I was trying to see if his nose started bleeding. Did his nose start bleeding?
Yeah, it did start bleeding.
It did. His nose started bleeding.
Mhm.
And yeah, the white eyes was channeling Vecna powers. Okay, yeah, for sure. But I don't know, man. I don't think anyone is going to be able to use all of Vecna's abilities, right? Like 11 can't. 11 can't
I,
freaking like fly. And so I mean, can Vecna fly? I think he can, right? Yeah.
no, no, I'm going to put it this way. Everyone keeps on saying he's got Vecna powers. It's not a matter of Vecna powers. He has his own powers because of what Vecna did to him. And then I think in return, the emotional toll and of like because you got to think his link between the hive has been a lot stronger than any other human. So I feel like because his strict is so strong, that's why he being. Because if you look at his powers, he wasn't doing shooting beams or shooting lasers. He literally was controlling Demogorgons, then saying, "Okay, now you have no bodies," and start cracking them apart. So he controls the hive. That's his power. It has nothing to do with sorcery. Has nothing to do with that. It's a matter of him controlling what the hive actually has. Because you think about it, that's what it's been this whole time, his eyes. Because he can see what Vecna's seeing through the kids, and so in return he can control Vecna because that's part of the hive. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ian said the way that Will snapped the Demogorgon's bones just looked very similar to what Vecna did. It was exactly the same. It wasn't just similar. It was exactly the same. That was like the like the directors telling us like, no, he did the Vecna move. But that being said, I don't think he has all of Vecna's abilities. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he could do everything Vecna could do. But yeah, that was identical to the way Vecna was killing people in season 4. Right? It was identical and it was so good, dude. I as soon as because I forgot about the bone cracking thing, the next arm snapping, all the whole thing. But right when I seen it happen to the Demogorgons, I was like, oh, that was so good, dude. What about the nosebleeds? I mean, that's the 11 classic, obviously, right? So maybe that just happens when like a normal person uses their abilities, they just get nosebleeds. Totally forgot this point in show after going through timestamps. Totally forgot this point in show after
I think
going
he's saying.
through.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But oh, yeah, he just brought that up, and I was that's good. I forgot about that too. The whole irony of it being the same day that Will got kidnapped when these kids got taken.
Yeah, but why? I was trying to think when they were talking about that. Like, wait, isn't this like Will got kidnapped on November 3rd and it's November 6th or whatever? I was like, wait, what does that even mean though? Like, why would he have? Does he have to do it on the same day? Like, I don't understand. They didn't explain why it has to be on the same day. Hopefully they do, because if
True.
not, it just literally just means nothing to me. It means nothing if they don't explain why. Right? Where to watch? Netflix. Max equals Zoomer, season 2, super speed. Directly with running that hill. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it was a leap year. Exactly. Yeah, that's why it was 3 days off. It was a leap year. So far, the only kids that have been taken and given to the tentacle to the mouth treatment have been plot of gaining powers. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's taking them to give them powers for some reason, because maybe he thinks that kids would be easier to manipulate to join the dark side, for lack of a better term.
Oh,
I don't know.
then we have a huge plot point in the whole series, ladies and gentlemen, because everyone's forgetting the whole situation of the actual reason why 9 of them all got their powers is all the testing that was done.
9?
So you see what I'm saying? Like, where that's gonna be a plot hole in that situation when you think about it.
Yeah. I will say, guys, somebody earlier was asking, how does 8, aka Callie, how is she gonna help at all? Mac, like, bring up what she could do when he was in the call with us. She can make people see things that aren't there. She's an illusionist or something. So her powers would be insane. She can literally make like an invisible wall that nobody can see them when they're trying to do things, you know? Like, she's an illusionist. She can literally make things appear that are not actually there. That's her ability. So she would be a huge asset to the team, dude. They could sneak into anywhere. They could sneak into literally any building, anywhere they have to go. They can hide good. They could trick people. She'd be great. Like, she'd be a good asset to the team. So, but my question is, like I talked about earlier, some of you guys might have not been here earlier in the stream, is where has she been? We don't know where she's been since season 2, right? So hopefully we find out. But why 8 different and how did she escape? Well, I think we're going to figure that out, right? That's what I was saying earlier in the stream, is that I think that we're either going to get 8, aka Callie, like mini series, like maybe like a 4-episode mini series talking about what she was up to, or in volume 2 of this season they're going to explain it. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I just realized that maybe a major plot hole in this situation too. If Vecna was taking these kids since the beginning, okay, so I'm guessing I've got to look at it. There's 2 different stories going on here. There's 11's story, which it never made sense to me because they have the powers. So getting the powers from Vecna, because like that's where I'm kind of, I don't think there's gonna be more powers. I think Will is the only one that's gonna get powers, and the reason I say that is because I think Will, because
no, definitely not.
No, no, no. Let me explain why. Remember, if we're trying to keep into plot with situations, the reason 11 and all of them got powers was because from the experiments and everything that were done on them. Okay, because you got to remember that's how also Vecna got his powers because what 11 did to him. Okay, before because
Yeah, but Vecna's
and
seen it all happen. He was older when it happened, so he could be doing it to the kids that he's taking. He
right.
knows
No,
how
I
they did
understand.
it. He knows what, like, I don't know, buddy. I think you got to be nuts if you think that for sure what he's trying to do is he has to be like once it clicked in my head why he's doing it. What would be the reason? What would be his purpose of taking these kids and not like eliminating them? He's doing it because he wants them to help him finish his job, which was to end the whole world. He wants to end it all. He wants a complete, the whole world to crumble. That's
So
his goal, and he can't do it on his own. So he's trying to get other kids, other people with powers to help him, right? Basically, the Mind Flare won against him. It's a cannon. Okay. Vecna got his powers when the jar broke in the cave. Is that what happened? Is that from the play? Because there was a play about Vecna, right? The Broadway play. Is that from that? In the Rainbow Room? They used his blood in the Rainbow Room. Ah, I see. So that's how it works. They use Vecna's blood in the Rainbow Room, in the lab, to give the other kids his powers.
okay. But Vecna was made in the lab. So how did they get the powers if he hadn't become Vecna yet?
It's in the first Shadow play. It's canon. It is canon, yeah. So basically, there's a play that was on Broadway that's canon. It's about Vecna's life, his whole story, buddy. And
Mhm.
apparently, he got in that cave that Max was in. There was a
Right. No, I
jar
got you.
that affected him and gave him the things, and then they took him to the Rainbow Room, guessing, and took his blood and gave it to the other kids, and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Okay, thank you for filling that in. I didn't know any of that. That's
Okay,
huge.
okay, but this is a plot hole, and tell me how this works into this, okay? If you remember, Vecna was human when he was with 11. 11 already had the powers, so did the other people. So how are they getting the powers for Vecna if Vecna hasn't been made yet? Because 11 was the one that made him. Remember, she was the one that threw him into the wall and made him into what
But
becomes
he had
Vecna,
the
Henry.
special powers at that point, buddy.
He did, but but you're saying that when he
Killing
was
him
human,
he was so powerful that when she killed him, it opened up a rift to the Upside Down.
right? But are you saying that during that time he was the one giving them powers when he was human?
Yeah, he already had powers at that point. He was already number
No,
one.
no, but but the way you guys are saying it is Vecna is giving these kids these powers.
Vecna, dude, you're driving me
Vecna,
insane.
right? Vecna. Okay, sorry, Vecna. They're they're giving him the powers, okay? Or
Yeah.
he's giving them the powers, the kids. So if he's doing that, how did he give the kids powers before that he was involved with the kids, like in the science lab and all that?
So
You
he
know
was
what I
the
mean?
first. He was the first one in the science lab.
He was one, yeah.
Yeah, with powers.
Oh yeah. But they did say later that they use his blood to then give the other ones powers. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
he remember
now,
when remember he was so old already. He looked like he was like maybe 20, and they were all
yeah,
kids.
exactly.
So he had already lived with powers probably for a while. I'm guessing, from a kid to
Well,
20.
well, what confused me was the whole idea of using Vecna to do it outside of the human form of him, which is Henry. You know what I mean? Like I've got to, I separate, but not between that and the Vecna and
They
Henry
didn't
are
do it
two
with
different
Vecna. They
characters.
did it with Henry. They took
Right.
Henry's blood, and then 11 killed Henry and opened because he was
Oh,
so powerful. Opened a rift to the Upside Down.
hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. Henry wasn't Vecna when they got his powers. Yeah, of course. I think it was just kind of like a mistake. He was whatever. Anyway, guys. I have a huge live stream going down tomorrow, guys. I'm streaming for 30 hours straight starting tomorrow at 8 p.m. and it is 2:30 in the morning. So I have how long is that? 18 hours? I mean, I guess that's not that. That's pretty long. How much time is it from now to 8 p.m. tomorrow? From 2 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's 6 hours plus 12 hours, so 18 hours. Okay, so I guess I'm good. How is that even possible to stream for 30 to 35 hours straight, Llama? I don't know, but you're gonna witness it tomorrow, and we're gonna be doing challenges. We got a whole bunch of shit, dude. If you gift, you get to spin a wheel, and on the wheel there will be like punishments, and then on that wheel there will be an upgrade. If you land on upgrade, you get to go to the upgraded wheel, which has even worse punishments, and it's gonna be bad, dude. We're gonna be doing a sleep stream with media on. If you know what media is, it's gonna be bad, guys. Okay, I'll read some more comments here. I think these guys are all done. I think Putty's thing just crashed, or he's muted. Henry has always been evil. Yeah, for sure. Obviously, yeah. Because remember what he did to the kids, which I forgot about. But yeah, Henry's always been evil, dude. For sure. He wasn't made in the lab. He or his family then got taken to the lab. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there any way for me to watch that Broadway play without going to it? Like, there's no like online version of it or something? Because I mean, I really don't want to go to New York to watch a Broadway show to see it. Is there like a story? You guys know what I'm saying? I guess I could just watch someone review it. I'm saying that he is trying to recreate the 12 subjects to give them powers, to recreate a family, or to create the 12 subjects, train them, and Vecna would equal Brenner. I agree with you. I think that's makes a lot of sense. Pirating basically only? Well, that sucks. I mean, I'll just watch someone that reviewed it. I'll watch a review of it, guys, because I feel like a review would break it down, dude. Okay, so the day episode 4 took place November 5th on, thank you for the sub, Amy, appreciate it. One day before the anniversary of the day Will got taken. But what does it mean, though? Holly on November 3rd, Barn on November 4th, and military base on November 5th. I know, but you're going to have to explain what that even means. What does that all mean? Sure, that all happened on the same day, but what does it mean, guys? It doesn't mean anything to me. When they explain what it means, but right now they haven't explained anything. But they will, for sure, because they bring it up, right? Who said it? I think someone said it to Joyce, like, hey, you know it's the anniversary of when Will got taken away or whatever, remember? So they're going to explain what that means. There has to be some meaning to it. Vecna's trying to become... You know what we should do? Is look up when 11 got taken from the lab. Was that in November? It was probably a message to the kids that he is alive. They took Henry's blood, and when he was a child, he was in the Rainbow Room since he was a child. Okay, I got you. Got you. Lucas to Mike. Lucas said it. Oh, Lucas said it to Mike. Okay. Lucas told Mike, yeah. Can Demogorgons open portals to the right side up? The right side up is the memory place? What's the right side up? Is the right side up the place in his memories or whatever? Because then, no, I don't think they can do that. I think regular world. Oh, yeah, they can open up portals to the regular world. Of course. They did it like 1,000 times. No, he means normal Earth. Okay. Dude, has anyone here ever played Minecraft? You guys know, the end and the nether and stuff like that. It just reminds me of it so much. It's so crazy how whenever I see them coming through the portal, I think of someone coming out of the nether in Minecraft. But again, I just have a video game brain. My brain got fried from video games. Why did they not do it in the first place? Because I don't think they could until Vecna had his powers from the Mind Flare from Season 3. Like, in Season 1, only one Demogorgon sneaked through the portal, right? Remember that? And then 11 closed the portal. So that's why Season 1, there was only one, Demogorgon, because only one Demogorgon made it through into the world, right? The right side up or whatever. And then I gotta rewatch it, man. I know I can't because I'm busy. I don't have time to rewatch the whole show, but dude, I want to rewatch it so bad. I gotta think of like a strategy, like 2 episodes a day, but even that's a lot. Like 2 hours a day is a lot of dedicated time. 1 hour a day, and rewatch the whole thing because I don't remember a lot, and now I wish I remembered a lot of the stuff that was going on, dude. Why did the thing that Will saw he painted look like the Mind Flare? I'm not sure, but I have a lot of questions about the Mind Flare. If anybody here has the answers for me, because a lot of you guys know what you're talking about. So number 1, what happened to the Mind Flare? Where is the Mind Flare? Is it dead? The Mind Flare's gone? Does anybody know what happened to the Mind Flare? Because I forget. Where the F is the Mind Flare? I know, that's what I'm saying. Not dead. So the Mind Flare is just chilling somewhere? Is the Mind Flare more powerful than Vecna? I think so. I thought the Mind Flare was, but I mean, I guess not. Maybe the Mind Flare only has like one ability, and it's like to manipulate your mind, when Vecna can do all of it.
I'll be honest with you. The Mind Flare, I feel like the Mind
camera,
Flare
buddy?
originally...
It's fine.
Was that?
You had no camera, but it's fine. It's okay. Don't worry. If you don't want to do it.
Bro, I'm just
It's up
trying
to
not to
you.
be loud. But I lost your... the mind flare. That's the part I'm having problems with in just general. Because with Vecna, I feel like they basically just put all their eggs in one basket with Vecna because the mind flare doesn't really have any connection anymore. Because think about it this way: if they're all connected with Will, because you saw the mind flare had some connections with Will as well in the past, and so does Vecna, as we see in this season. Um, but it's like the Vecna and and the Demogorgons, it makes sense the way the aesthetic is, the way it looks. The Mind Flayer just kind of sticks out in that situation, and that's where now I feel like they were trying to go somewhere with the Mind Flayer, but then it didn't go where they wanted to, so they started they pivoted towards Vecna.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I thought Vecna created the Mind Flare in the likeness of the spiders he was intrigued by. I mean, you're probably right, but that's why I'm asking you guys. I don't know. You know more than I do. Is that what happened? You guys got to know more than I do, boys, because I haven't watched Stranger Things content in literally 3 years, and that's, I mean, maybe. I always thought the Mind Flare was stronger than Vecna, if I'm being real with you guys. I thought Vecna was like nothing compared to the Mind Flare, but maybe he's more powerful than it. If he created it, he has to be, right? Vecna is superior / stronger than the Mind Flare, right? The Mind Flare was always alive in the Upside Down. I think Will use Vecna's powers. Yeah, he did for sure. 100% he used Vecna powers, for sure.
I disagree on that one, but that's fine.
I think Mind Flare is stronger. So no one knows for sure. There's no definitive yes or no answer to that. Well, I mean, I hope we find out, guys. I hope we find out. But guys, like I said, we do have a really busy day ahead of us tomorrow. If you guys want, I'll be streaming at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Doing a thing. So just subscribe, notifications on. I'm down to talk about this all day. I'm going to be streaming from 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern time, all the way for 30 hours. I'm basically going to be streaming for 30 hours. So come through, have noties on, and we'll chit-chat about more Stranger Things content. And thank you guys for being here. It's been a pleasure. It's been a lot of fun. If one of you guys can grab Putty's link for me, make sure you guys go check out Putty and Mac. I'm going to put their links in the chat right now. Go check their channels out, the guys that were on the podcast. Here's Mac's channel. Go drop him a sub, guys. And then I'm going to put Putty's channel there, too. Go drop him a sub as well. Go show them some love. I'll be live streaming with Putty tomorrow. Mac might poke his head in at some point. Mac, if you're still here, make sure you come through for the subathon. But anyway, guys, we'll talk more. Sorry I couldn't get through more questions, but it's getting late. It's 2:30, guys, where I live, 2:30 in the morning. So thank you guys so much. Amazing stream.